The Binghamton area has more sex offenders per capita than any other major metropolitan area in the state.
Now, in a report 2 years ago, we discovered Broome County is New York's sex offender capital, and now 2 years later, Action News uncovers even more sex offenders living among us. Action News reporter Justin Moss explains the numbers.
A lot of you worry about sex offenders living in your neighborhood, but what do the numbers show? We took the number of sex offenders from the Division of Criminal Justice Services and compared it to the population. Take a look at this. Broome County has more sex offenders per 1,000 people than any other metropolitan area of the state. Right now, there are 2.04 sex offenders per capita. Not only does that keep the county at number 1 in sex offenders, but it's actually more than we found 2 years ago. In 2005, it was 1.8 sex offenders per capita. Here's how it breaks down among other metropolitan areas. Broome County still has the most sex offenders per capita, followed by Syracuse, Rochester, Albany, Buffalo, and New York City, Long Island. Almost half of our sex offenders live in the city of Binghamton. Councilman Anthony Massar says the city needs to get tougher on sex offenders. He says statistics only go so far in addressing the issue.
It doesn't matter if we're 1, 12, 20, or 50. Okay? We have far too many sex offenders living in Binghamton.
But while Broome County is still number 1 in sex offenders among metropolitan areas, the county is not number 1 among all counties of the state. When you rank New York's counties, Franklin County leads the state with almost 3 sex offenders for every 1,000 people. Broome County is at number 14. And Putnam comes in last with 0.34 sex offenders per capita. Broome County Executive Barbara Fiala was encouraged Broome County wasn't at the top of the list.
You put a label on a community, and true or not, if you say it often enough and don't counteract it, it can stick.
Regardless of our ranking, local leaders say the sex offender issue probably won't go away anytime soon. Justin Moss, WBNG-TV, Action News.
Now, Justin showed you the number of sex offenders in Broome County per capita, but what about some of the other local counties? Well, here are some figures for you. In Chenango County, there are 2.4 sex offenders per capita, ranking at number 4 among all counties in the state. Again, Broome County is 2.04, making it number 14 among all counties, but number 1 among major metropolitan areas. Cuyahoga County has 1.59 sex offenders per 1,000 people, and that ranks at number 30 among the state's 62 counties. And Delaware County has 1.33 sex offenders per capita, putting it near the bottom of the list at number 42. Tomorrow, in Justin's next report, he will show you how local leaders are dealing with a growing number of sex offenders.